Hi students, in previous class our discussion will be continuous towards hydrates, ionic hydrates, metallic means molecular hydrates. Discussion is over. In this class we are going to discuss about metallic hydrates. Okay, see here, metallic hydrates are industrial hydrates are same. Okay, see here, we are going to discuss metallic hydrates. So metallic hydrates, how these hydrates are formed means hydrogen reacts with the D and F block elements to form metallic hydrates or industrial hydrates. Metallic hydrates are industrial hydrates. Okay, so first of all, you know how these hydrates are formed means hydrogen plus D and F block elements. Hydrogen plus D and F block gives rise to metallic hydrates. Okay, gives rise to metallic hydrates. These hydrates are called non-stoichiometric hydrates. These hydrates are called non-stoichiometric hydrates. Non-stoichiometric hydrates. In these hydrates, deficiency of the hydrogen is absorbed. In these hydrates, deficiency of hydrogen is absorbed. Okay, hydrogen occupies interstices of the metal. Hydrogen occupies interstices, special sites of the metal, and then these hydrates are formed. So hydrogen occupies special sites of the crystal. That's why these are called industrial hydrates. For example, here hydrogen occupies interstices of metal. Hydrogen occupies interstices of metal. So named as industrial hydrates. For example, it is the metal which contains positive Okay, so cations and anions. Now hydrogen occupies these special sites. So here hydrogen occupies. Now here hydrogen occupies. Now here hydrogen occupies like this. This is the metal and it is the interstice. Interstices are special sites. Interstices are special sites of metal. Now that's why these are interstitial hydrates. So hydrogen occupies interstices of metal, so named as interstitial hydrates. Okay, the deficiency in these hydrates, deficiency of hydrogen is absorbed. Okay, for example here, example lanthanum hydride, ytterbium hydride. Okay, see zirconium hydride, all these are we may say titanium hydride, zirconium hydride, all these. If you take lanthanum hydride, it is 2.87. So hydrogen is present in 2.87. Next ytterbium hydride 2.55. So titanium hydride 1.7 and zirconium hydride, see 1.8 it is and it is 1.7. So here in these hydrates deficiency of hydrogen is absorbed. So here that's why these are called non-stoichiometric hydrates. See, in these hydrates are called non-stoichiometric hydrates. Hydrogen occupies interstices of these interstices. It is the metal. These are special sites. So that's why correct bonding is not clear. That's why non-stoichiometric compounds are formed. So these hydrates having metallic conductivity less than parent metals. Okay, these hydrates electrical conductivity is less than parent metal, metal. Okay, so this is briefly about metallic hydrates or interstitial hydrates. So including this topic, the discussion about hydrates is over. Ionic hydrates, covalent hydrates, metallic hydrates. Now hydrogen is over. Now its compounds we are going to discuss. So for next, first compound is water. Hydrogen combination compound is water. We are going to discuss about water. Okay, see here, present chapter is hydrogen and its compounds. This is about hydrogen. Next we are going to discuss its compounds. First one, hydrogen, its compounds. First one, water. Water is essential compound, you know that is. Okay, see, now we are going to discuss about water. So compounds of hydrogen is the first one, water. So its molecular formula H2O. Its molecular mass is 18 grams per mole. 16 plus 2 18 grams per mole. Boiling point 373 kelvins or 100 degrees Celsius. Melting point 0 degrees Celsius or 273 kelvins. Its density 1 gram per cc. Okay, so this is some physical properties, some important points about water. So the density of the liquid form of water, liquid form. So water is a liquid. Solid form of water is a ice. The density of the ice is less than water. That's why ice floats on the water. Ice floats on the water. Okay. See here, it's a structure we are going to discuss. Structure. So here oxygen is the central atom. Atomic number 8. Electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. Okay, it is a valence shell electronic configuration. So 1, 2, and it having how many electrons? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so all orbitals undergoes hybridization, which gives sp3, which gives sp3. Okay, now it is the oxygen having 2 lone pairs like this, and it is bonded with hydrogen and bonded with hydrogen. These 2 lone pairs I am indicating like this, and these 2 unpaired electrons I am indicating like this. So here lone pairs how many? 2. So bond pairs how many? 2. Sigma bonds how many? 2. Pi bonds how many? 0. Due to presence of 2 lone pairs, water molecule act as a Lewis base. Lewis base. See here, shape of the molecule is angular. Shape of the molecule is angular. Okay, bond angle here 104.5 degrees. Bond angle 104.5 degrees. 104.5 degrees bond angle. Okay, this is the structure of H2O molecule. So structure of H2O in ice is hexagonal, which forms hexagonal ring. Okay, so this is briefly structure and these important points of water. Next we have to discuss chemical properties of water. Chemical properties of water. Okay, see first one, amphoteric nature of water. Amphoteric nature of water. So water can donate a proton and accept a proton. According to Bronsted acid base theory, it can be act as a acid and base, so which having amphoteric nature. For example, H2O reacts with NH3, gives NH4 plus plus OH minus. Here loss of proton, loss of H plus. Okay, it is a acid. Next, H2O reacts with H2S. It is a base. Here H3O plus HS minus. Here gain of H plus. So what I mean to say, it can be act as acid and base, so it having amphoteric nature. Due to loss of protons, it can be act as a acid. Due to gain of proton, it can be act as a base, so it is a amphoteric nature. Okay, next reaction with metal. Reaction with metal. See what happens. Water reacts with metal. What happens? Water reacts with metal. See here, H2O reacts with sodium, which is nothing but a metal. So which forms sodium hydroxide and liberates hydrogen gas. Balance this. If you take 2 Na, 2 oxygens. If you take 2 oxygens, 2 2s are 4. Already here 2, here 2. It is a balance. So what I mean to say, reacts with the metals, water really produces H2 gas. See then second one, reaction with non-metal. Reaction with non-metal. Okay, so here water reacts with the non-metals like P block elements, gives rise to HF plus, which produces oxygen gas. So here if you take 2, if you take 4, then it is releases oxygen gas. Okay, so this is the way reacts with metals, it releases H2, reacts with non-metals, it releases oxygen gas. Okay, next in photosynthesis reaction. Photosynthesis reaction. Okay, plants preparing food themselves with help of sunlight and absorbing CO2 and with help of water. The process of preparing food plant themselves is called photosynthesis. In photosynthesis, water is a essential compound. Okay, see here, plants absorb CO2 gas and H2O in presence of sunlight. Okay, which produces carbohydrates C6H12O6 and releases oxygen gas, which is important to human beings. Which we are taking oxygen gas, releasing CO2. Plants taking CO2, releasing oxygen gas. So plants are very essential, very useful to world, to whatever it may be, to human beings or to the society. Plants are very useful. So here CO2 gas, how many carbon? 6. Here I am taking 6. So how many hydrogens? 12. So here I am taking 6. 6 2s are 12. 6 plus 6, 6 2s are 12. 12 plus 6, 18. Already here 6. If you take 6, then that is a balance. It is nothing but a glucose. It is a glucose. It is a oxygen. It is a photosynthesis reaction. Photosynthesis reaction. See next, hydrolysis reactions. Hydrolysis reactions. See, if you dissolve CaC2 in water, CaC2, okay, in water, then what happens? CaC2 means calcium carbide. Calcium carbide, okay, dissolved in water, which gives rise to CaOH taken twice, slag lime, calcium hydroxide, slag lime, calcium hydroxide, plus C2H2, ethine, okay, balance this CaCa, C2, 2 plus 2, if you take 2, then that is balanced. So it is one hydrolysis reaction. One more hydrolysis reaction we are going to discuss, P4O10. When it is dissolved in water, it is a phosphorus pentoxide, dimeric form of phosphorus pentoxide. Then what happened? H3PO4 is formed. It is orthophosphoric acid. Orthophosphoric acid. Balance this. How many? 4. Here you have to take 4. Then 4P4, 4P. 4 3s are 12. You have to take a 6. 6 2s are 12. Then 10 plus 6, 16. 4 4s are 16. Balanced. It is phosphorus pentoxide. Okay, so this is the way chemical reactions of water we may discussed. Okay, next, formation of hydrates. So these are chemical reactions of water. So next we will discuss soft water and hard water. See here, formation of hydrates also you have to know. Hydrates, so the salt which contains water molecule is are nothing but hydrates. If you take CuSO4, if you add water, that forms hydrates. If you take BaCl2, if you add water, that forms hydrates. So we have to discuss for hydrates formation. Hydrates formation. Hydrates formation. See, containing hydrogen is nothing but hydrides, containing water is nothing but hydrates. See here, CuSO4 containing 5H2O is nothing but a CuSO4 5 H2O. It is a copper sulfate, hydrated copper sulfate. Hydrated copper sulfate. Next, BaCl2 containing 2H2O is called BaCl2 2H2O. These are called hydrated salts. Hydrated salts which containing water. Hydrated salts. Okay, so here, so these are hydrated salt. Crystalline salt means no water. Hydrated salt means which contains water. So hydrates formation CuSO4, it is a salt, adding 5 water molecules CuSO4, hydrated copper sulfate it is called. It is called hydrated barium chloride. It is called hydrated copper sulfate. So these are chemical properties of water. So in this class what we discussed means about metallic hydrides. Next, water molecule, its structure, its physical properties. Next, chemical properties. So physical properties means water is a colorless, odorless, tasteless liquid. Okay, which is used as a solvent in laboratory. Okay, so this is briefly today's class. We will discuss in, our discussion will be continuous in tomorrow's class. Our discussion will be continuous in tomorrow's class. Okay, so here, so you have to read, students, time to time you have to read, otherwise it's very difficult to for board exams. Okay, it is very difficult for board exams. Okay, it's a time to leave.